Hey y'all, it's Cease. Today, let's talk about some Catalpa worms and Catalpa trees. I had a bunch of viewers question, what is a Catalpa worm, what kind of bait we've been using, and all we've been using is a Catalpa. It's a caterpillar. And what they do, they grow on these trees right here. This is down here at my river property. And I grew these trees from these bean pods right here. See these big brown bean pods? These are all empty, but they have seeds in them. And what you do, they're hard to get germinated, so the easiest way to germinate these is get all your seeds, get you a 5-gallon bucket of water, put all your seeds in it. All the seeds that flow on top of the water, get you like a little minnow net. You scoop them out and throw them away. The ones that's on bottom, you'll have a better chance of germinating them. But I'm out here today looking. I told a guy I would get him some worms to transplant to one of his trees, and hopefully he can get worms growing. Now, he may have a situation that he's close to, let's say, agriculture land, or he may have been putting a bunch of insect granules or some kind of spray in his yard for fire ants. Down here in the south, we have a bunch of fire ants. So if you're putting any kind of insecticide for bugs or critters like that, and anywhere near your Catalpa worm trees, you're not going to have no Catalpa worms, I'm sorry, because that soaks in the ground and that kills the larvae. Now, yeah, these worms, early in the morning when they get mature, they climb down the tree, and they may go out here in this yard. They may go out there, well, some may only go 2 foot, some may go out there 30 yards, and they bury in the ground, and they make a cocoon, and that cocoon hatches into a moth, and that moth comes out, flies, and lands up here and lays eggs. And that's why I'm looking. I'm trying to look for there's eggs out here, and I was like, you know what, I'll make this video. Maybe some people can understand what's going on and really what we're doing. But these worms eat all these green leaves right here. I'm trying to keep y'all out of the sun, and if y'all see I'm kind of tucked back here in this shade, I'm using this because it's like Satan's oven out here. It's hot today down here in Arkansas. It's pretty warm. But anyway, these worms eat these leaves, and I don't know if it's the leaves combined with their digestive system, if they have a stomach acid, I don't really know all that, but the catfish love them. And like I tell everybody, that is the original black and chartreuse or black and green bait. That is the original. God made it. That's how it's going to be. He's the creator of that. And but it'd be pretty cool if you could take these leaves and grind them up with something and be able to pack them to a tube, like them little catfish tubes, and use them like that. I don't know if you could. That's a thought. Hey, someone could do that. Hey, if you figure it out, let me know. I'd like to try it. But anyway, I just want to kind of touch base on this, and this is what, really goes on. I kind of walk y'all around and show y'all these worms. They didn't eat. It wasn't the best crop this year. I got just a few good bagfuls of worms. If y'all watch me and Ricky, we went fishing. The first trip we come out here, I had some. Got them. The next trip, it showed me and Ricky out here picking worms right here in these 2 trees right here. Now, I have 5 trees out here. And, of course, birds eat a lot of worms, but I just didn't have the hatch this year that I normally have. Last year, I couldn't tell you, I put gallons and gallons of worms up in the freezer. I'll take just an empty milk jug, and I'll take and pour 1 cup of salt into 1 gallon of water, and I'll mix it up. And then what I'll do is I'll take and just pour that over in a Ziploc bag and freeze my worms like that. And it's easy. It's compact. I got a cardboard box in my freezer just full of bags. And as you need them, you just get a couple of them quart-sized bags out, thaw them out. And if you don't use them, sometimes you can rethaw, refreeze them. But if you leave them out too long, they will start turning brown if the heat gets to them. If you got them opened up, exposed, they will turn brown, but most of the time they will stay green. And I'll put a little picture of a bag. I'll get it out of the freezer in a little bit and just show y'all. But anyway, like I said, I don't have the crop of worms this year that I've been having. I've had a few birds out here, but not that many. You can get a few Catalpa poachers every now and then. If people know you have worms in these parts, people will, if you're not around, you may get poached. But I just didn't have the output this year. But you can see right here, y'all can see all these beans. Now, this thing right here, look here. Here's a perfect example for the seeds. That right there, I could take them. There's one seed right there, bunch of them. I've already got about a gallon bag of, I'm gonna plant some more. I got some peach trees down here that I've had for about 8 years, and my peaches don't get no bigger than that right there, and I'm tired of messing with them. I sprayed them for a couple years, and that didn't help, and everybody's like, you gotta keep spraying. I'm not gonna go through that much trouble. I'll go buy some peaches. So I'm gonna cut them trees down and plant more. I use these more than I use peaches. That's just how it is. But usually this little tree right here is one of the first ones to get the babies on. And you can see they didn't need all the leaves. So I don't know really what's going on. They didn't need all the leaves this year. But I mean, I'm just trying to get out here, and I'd like to really have a few more fresh ones put back to take. I'm gonna take some tonight. Me and my buddy, we're gonna put some yo-yos out tonight. And we're gonna use the old tactic me and him grew up down here doing. His family, his mom and dad own the land that's right by my river camp, and then my dad's first cousin, Hewlin, owned where I have now. So it's kind of funny how I ended up down here where I grew up. And this is literally where I grew up, on the river with my buddy Kelly. And we'll be fishing tonight. And we're probably gonna take a few little worms, just try them out, but we're gonna be using some bud bait and some homemade cheese bait that I make. But anyway, if you have any more questions, contact me, message me on there. I will get back. I promise I will answer every question that y'all send out there. I love to hear the comments. I like all the likes. Like I said, I'm out here, and I just figured, hey, I'll just kind of show what's going on right here. But I'll put a picture of that. Let me get y'all out of that sun. And I will put a picture of a frozen bag. Here in a little bit, I'll go up there and take a picture. I'll get it out of the freezer. But hey, I sure appreciate y'all. Thanks for all the views and all the likes and all the comments. God bless. Y'all have a great day.